Hello everyone and welcome to today's PhotoBiz Live, where we'll be doing Ask Me Anything about using video on your website. Video has become such a prevalent thing just in the space of social media, but it's a great way to get engaging with your customers throughout your website as well. So we'll focus on ways that you can utilize video on your website and even through your social media to actually tap into those customers so they can engage with you. So give us some time, we'll get set up. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. If you have questions about video pertaining to that, please let me know as well. We'll take a look at any questions that you have today, so we'll do that before we get started. Before we get started, we can take a look at some things that we've had released in the last month. So let's take a look at what we released in January. So what's new? You can go to our blog.photobiz.com to learn more about the releases that we had. We had 4 brand new templates released, so those are all available now. They're beautiful, stylistically designed, and they look very modern. One of my favorites. Let's take a look at one of them. I'm going to pull one up. You can see what it looks like. See that we're utilizing some of these modern banners, these new colors, these new overlaps, and awesome animations, even these new layouts. I love these arches. Aren't they really cool? So you can utilize a brand new layout just like this if you want to for your website. That's one of the new templates that is available today in the website builder. You also have email marketing has invited PhotoBiz AI and the side panel updates. So now it looks more like our website, but you also have the ability to now ask PhotoBiz AI when it comes to writing content for your email. So isn't that nice? You also have the ability to see everything right here in the side panel versus going into a submenu, which makes things a lot faster. Also, the website builder also introduced some new animations for products and services that are now available as well. So button animations are available for those types of blocks. And one of my absolute favorite new things is the new size options for pop-ups. So that is available today. You can take advantage of that. You can see one of my favorite new ones is full screen. And maybe we'll even talk about how you can utilize that today with video content. So we'll take a look at that momentarily as we get started. So if you have any other questions, please let us know in the comment section. We'll get started in just a moment. Okay, let's get started. So let me join us over on the website builder. So when you log in, obviously you can go to the website builder, start modifying your website as you choose. And video is a big important piece of the puzzle these days, especially when it comes to social media and things like that. You know, they have really optimized in the last few years just for video. I was talking to a customer in a coaching session right before this, and he was wondering why his photographs don't get as much engagement anymore on these social media channels. And I told him because even though these products were manufactured to be for photographers and photos, they no longer optimize for them. So video is going to be at the top of the shelf. And that's mostly because everyone has a video system right now, and it's the most engaging way to connect with customers. So, you know, TikTok, shorts, reels, even Facebook posts, everything is mostly video content these days. And that's because they are all competing for the most viable eyes that it can get. And video is the fastest way to connect with people. Now that they say that the attention grabber is less than a second almost, which is incredible. That's how quickly our attention spans have changed because of all this video content. it is more prevalent than ever to utilize something that's going to catch people, and motion is a great way to do that. And that's why video is becoming so much more prevalent over time. But you can also use it for your website. There's ways you can utilize it. You can create like a grid-like system to update if you have multiple videos and you want to have like a landing page experience. Or you could add, video banners and options like that that just make your website have a little bit of motion on the website. And there's other things that you can utilize with video as well, such as pop-up opportunities. You could have a video pop up and let people watch something experience that way. Or you could also utilize it for your client galleries if you need to educate people on how to purchase from you. So we're going to kind of walk through some different options that you have today that you can utilize for your website. So right away, we're just going to create a new page. We'll just create a brand new page. We'll make it blank for now. And go right into it. Okay, so you'll see over here you have all these types of blocks. The one we're going to play with today is the video block. And again, you'll have different layout options. You'll have full screen, banner styles, you'll have standards, and no crop options. So, you'll see the different layouts as we go through them. So standard is what you normally would see. Like that's just someone putting a video on their website. So we could do that easily by just going over here, and we're just going to take one from our YouTube, and we recommend uploading to either YouTube or Vimeo. And the reason why is they are optimized servers for video delivery systems. So as soon as you put it here, see, we got to have an actual code, not just the actual this one. You want to click on embed code, then you want to copy. So we're going to copy that one. I'm going to go back over to our pages, and then you paste your embed code. It's got to be iframe. So there it is. It's already on our website. I'm just going to pop it up over here as well. And there it is. And this is how it would look if you're just trying to create a grid. And you can obviously create more grid-like options. You could put videos stacked above one another. You could put them side by side, however you want to, right? So you can keep that look as it goes down the page. And you can create this grid system, which is really cool. You can also utilize it in other ways. So maybe list blocks. Maybe you want to create a true grid. You could do that by clicking list items, paste in your code, and then you would want to have an image represented as well. So we're going to just paste it in there. We're going to add an image to represent it. We're just going to go to our seniors. We'll select, something from here, one. And you can have it where it'll have a button option that kind of loads like that. But let's just add a couple more in here real quick so you can kind of see the different ways it can display. So video, we'll add the same video again. We're just going to use that throughout. We'll add another one. And then we'll add some images to go with it. This one. And then this one. Okay, so we have a grid layout, and see, now you can stylize how you want it to. You could have it where it's like traditional, like it is above, where it's just images, or you could have it where you click and it pops up in a light box. Light boxes are good because they keep it from loading everything all at once, and you can make a visual component to it. You can see how it's displaying. It's got this beautiful layout where it's all doing the portrait styles, but obviously if you want to change the layout, you can do that as well. You can make it where it's more traditional looking squares, or even a different layout altogether, or you can do even more funky layouts where you want to have video options with details underneath it. You could stack those. So if you have information, info here, you could have it where it starts listing out information below it, and then you can stylize it as you go. So it's really up to you when it comes to the styling and choices that you want to. If I was going to add like a board, color or something like that, you can start messing around with different looks to create an identity for your brand. And you can really come up with some really unique looks that way. See? And then they could click the watch and have it go from there. So it really comes down to what you want to approach your website with when it comes to the stylization of video content. You can really deliver it in multiple different ways. Again, stacking it, excuse me, stacking it this way in a more traditional stance, or you could have it side by side, or you could put text lined up with it. Maybe you want to have video next to it, but you want to have like an image paired with it, or a text editor block next to it. You know, you could just have some random copy about video. Keep it short. You know, we'll just put something generated here. Here we go. And then you have this experience here. So we're just going to remove what we don't need. There we go. Perfect. So now we got this really cool little block here, some information, styled the way we want it to. So you can kind of play with things visually however you want to when it comes to the stylization of things. There we go. So you can have it where it's paired with it like this. You can mix and match options however you want to. That's the nice thing about it. But what if you want to have video content that is like auto playing? You can do that as well. So I already have a piece of code over here. The most important piece of code that you want to have is that option for looping. Now it kind of changes depending on which browser types you're using and stuff like that. But you can see there's functionality here where it's going to say, you know, mute it. It has to be muted. And then autoplay 1, loop equal 1, pause equals 0. And then if it's going to play or not. So we're going to take this piece of code and we're going to play with it in different spots. So we'll go back to our video page that we've been playing with. I'm going to add us a video banner above all this. Select it, add that code in. There we go. We're going to make it a, let's see what full screen looks like. So when we go to full screen, it's just going to lay over the whole thing, which looks amazing right away. So you could have this full screen approach that goes into a video page or any page that you want to. You could have it that way, or you could select banner. Which looks also really nice. It's a little bit more slim. And the nice thing with the banners, you can add your own context here. So you could have something like, you could have it that way. You can modify and add your own text options, however you want to. So when we refresh, you can see there's a little bit here. I'm going to change it. I want the overlay color to be highly contrasted because I just think it looks much more better than being diluted. There we go. So you could have something like this where there's a little bit of contrast, and you can change the option of how much contrast is there. I'm just going to make it 45. There you go. And you can add a button here if you want to as well. But as they introduced to your website, they can roll through it this way. They can see the options that you have and kind of roll from there. So you could have a banner that's looping like this. You could also change it into a traditional style video if you prefer. So if you want to do that, you can go straight to the video layout, change it to that style as well. You know, no crop banner. You could have it that way. You could have it where it's stylized to a standard one as well. So you can see all the options. Now you're probably like, what's this unmute? Well, Vimeo has the option. I just recommend uploading video without audio in general if you're doing anything with banners. It's more attractive that way. It's less, you're less dealing with the issue of like people being bombarded with audio. Now the reason why we ask it to mute is Google won't allow video to play without it, and it also can hurt with Google search results if it sees a video automatically play on your website without the mute option on. So just be aware of that when it comes to anything, when it comes to stylization of your website with video. It's more important for it to just not have any audio at all versus bombarding people with audio. And see, then you can customize different sections. You could add like black around this. You could add your text. You can keep it the way you want to. So you can really stylize your pages, make them really unique. And the reason why we utilize video, again, it's an engagement factor. Not only is it showing off your portfolio in different ways, but it's a way to capture your audience's attention right away by utilizing video in some sort of fashion, which I just prefer anyway. Video is, it's just captivates right away, much faster than sometimes the still can. So, all right, some other options that you can utilize now that we've got this already kind of built going. We've utilized the list items versions. You can also go to your, let's go over here to marketing. We're going to mess with the pop-up builder. We're going to create a new pop-up. We're just going to call it video. We're going to select one that already has video in it. So say we select this one right here. We're going to take this one and modify it. We're going to modify our award-winning video. We're going to put in our own code, paste right here. You'll see the video automatically starts playing. Isn't that nice? So you could have it that way, and then you could have whatever your title is. You could have your book a session. Keep it there, and then it can lead them to a page. We're going to make it lead to a booking page. There we go. Stylization. This is where you can modify, is there an overlay effect? And what we mean by overlay effect. So overlay effects are the option of it'll darken the screen. And right now we have it set to small. So it'll be about this big when it appears on the page. But we can modify it to other options like full screen options, to large, extra large, and where it displays, and more. So let's just select large and make it fire in the center so we know what it looks like. Now let's modify the colors a little bit. We're going to utilize our yellow. We're going to change our button color. There we go. So we got something kind of going. And then you can modify any of the content within here if you want to. Maybe we want to change our title to that April. You can keep messing until you get what you like. There we go. So then, this is where you can customize how it displays and where it displays. We're just going to select a specific page. We're going to put it on our seniors page. So when we go to that page, we'll be able to see something. Or we could do it on, let's put it on the family page today. And we're going to make the frequency that way, and we're going to make it load in 5 seconds. We want to capture their attention, but not right away. Right away. We're going to publish it. We're going to set it to publish. And that's pretty good. So we're just going to let it run for a month. Now, when we go back to that pages, we're going to go over to our family session. We're just kind of scrolling through. Oh yeah, it's great. These photos are awesome. Boom, there's what large looks like. See how massive it is? You can do a massive page takeover. So that looks really cool, right? So you can do really cool stylizations like that. Now, if you want to change it a bit, you can go back through here. You can unpublish it. You can stylize it. For video, you know, again, you could change it to medium or small. Let's see what small looks like. I'm going to publish it again. This time we're going to set it, and we're going to change where it goes to. We're going to make it go to the home page. Okay, so we're going to go to our home page. Just scrolling through, looking at details. Looks great. Great information, and so forth, right? So if you have that, now we want it to set to actually trigger. Since we've clicked X, it's not going to appear, so we're going to make it reappear. We're just going to make a copy of it. We're going to set it to a specific page. We're going to make it a home page, draft, and then let's set it to trigger. put as many pop-ups as you want all over the place, it seems, right? Let's see what happens with this. There you go. See, that's with that large on. So we want to change it. I'm going to change it again. Right? And then you can go through here. You can change the size and things like that if you need to as well. So yeah, you can see what large looks like. It's pretty big. Got all our pop-ups. Then they can book a session and drive them right to the booking page. So see, you can utilize video in so many different ways that it's just going to make, at the end of the day, an experience that is overtaking for customers. So what if we built a landing page that had those types of options? Let's just create some landing page experiences. I'm going to start with a new one. We're just going to go over here. We're going to just pick our booking page. We're going to remove this top banner. We're going to make it a video banner. We're going to add our looping code. We're going to change the layout. We're going to make it just a standard banner. And then we're going to attach our booking session. We're going to make it for family. We're going to change the layout to a single option. Go ahead and go back to our service again, choose that again. There we go. So we come here, we got this cool video banner, rolls right into that. Some details they can choose. If you want to, we can add more booking information. Definitely recommend doing that. Let's see if we have anything on any of our other ones that we've created. So we're going to take this block. I'm going to take it over to our booking page. Going to stylize this a little bit more. I'm going to put how it works. Modify the colors. And then we'll modify this to have information. So we can change it from just that to something like this. We'll modify it a little bit more. We'll add some animations, some bounce effects. I think that's always nice. We'll modify a bit of the buttons. We don't want the buttons. Pick a date. There we go. We'll modify the colors. Title color is black. There we go. We'll add a thin border just to stylize it a little bit more. We'll change it from white to black. I think that'll look nice. we stylize it a little bit. That's looking pretty good. We'll modify the color. Make it match. There we go. Now we got a video that's engaging with some video on it. We got a page with video on there. We got that. We got a landing page experience explaining what happens. Then they go straight into the purchasing segment, and we go from there. Now you can also do some other things after they've purchased as well, such as sending them to a page that has video content on it or a breakdown of stuff like that. So you have all these options to create unique experiences with the video options available. It just really comes down to how you want to approach the website. Short form video is always great because it doesn't linger too long. For looping content, I recommend nothing with words already on it because you can overlay words on top of it. So if I wanted to, I could say what type of session this was. We could have it where it's like change the overlay to a darker tone, change the text to a lighter tone, change the font style so it looks more attractive. Here we go. So now you got a landing page experience. Easy enough. You can create more unique things, and of course you can add more details wherever you need to, but it's more about how the video introduction brings them there. It seals the idea. It makes it feel more like you've spent more, obviously, because video content takes more money to actually generate, but it just adds a little bit more class to your page, more movement to the page that's more interactive. You're already utilizing other options through interactivity anyway, like as animations for buttons and rollover effects. But with video, with pop-ups like that, you're going to engage with customers right away. You're also going to have that inlay wherever you want to, so it just adds a little bit of extra details to it at the end of the day. So video is very easy to implement on your website. Now through social media, things that you need to focus on are like how long the video content is. You want to get people's attention right away. So you need to do something that prompts them to do an action right away. So if it's to watch something or to give them details, let them know. For certain types of photographers, before and afters content is always incredible. Behind the scenes always works as well, because this gives people an insight of what type of content they can see when they explore working with you. So those are types of things that you want to manage when it comes to putting your work out there. Nothing too long form unless it's like a testimonial. Anything else, you want to get straight to the point. You want to let people know how you're going to make a difference in their life utilizing the video content. Now the stuff on your website, again, shorter is better in some contents, except for like testimonial pages, obviously. Let the customer speak on your behalf. Or if you're showing like a full process of something, that's when you want to utilize it. But if you're utilizing video in any other way, short form is nice, and let it loop if possible, just because it creates a unique experience. It feels more cohesive, and at the end of the day, it feels like it's a thought out website, and that's what you want. You want everything to feel like everything is being presented with a purpose and not just there. So those are some things that you can implement directly on your website utilizing video. And if you have any more questions in the future about video content, we're going to be implementing some new things in the future where you can upload some of these short form options directly to your website instead of using third parties. We only recommend third parties mostly because they're optimized for that, but you will have options later in the future with the PhotoBiz platform. Now, some other things to look at. If you need more help with PhotoBiz, you can always, again, go to our blog.photobiz.com, see all the new stuff that we're releasing. We're doing a lot of stuff with SEO. You can see all our new templates that we released. If you have any help, if you need any extra help, please check out all the content there. If you need one-on-one assistance like I was doing today earlier, You can join us on our education.photobiz.com. You can join our coaching sessions that are available, work one-on-one with our team. So if you need any help with design assistance, e-commerce setup, marketing, forums, you name it, all that can be done directly here. Just book a time, and for 1 hour you can get a lot done. My favorite part is when someone says, when can I book my next session? So that was really awesome to hear today. So that means we're making a difference for them. You can also check out our upcoming events. So by clicking the upcoming events tab, you'll see the events that we have coming up soon. Today was video, and next week we'll be doing website reviews. The following week we'll be doing Ask Me Anything about making money with your website. So that's a huge deal. How are you going to make profitable? If we had all our photographers earn over 30 million collectively last year with the platform, are you part of that? We want to make sure that you're making money with your business. You want to join us next week, and we can show you how to set up all your tools and services. That way you're optimizing for that. And if you need help with marketing on that side, we'll talk about it too. Ask Me Anything about refreshing your website will be the following week. And then website reviews will be approaching afterwards. Ask Me Anything about generating content with PhotoBiz AI will be after that. And then back to website reviews. So you can see we got a lot of great content coming up. You can also check out our on-demand videos anytime if you need help with knowing how to do something on your website. Hey, here's all our demos that'll help you when it comes to building directly right here. And if you missed it, our masterclass.photobiz.com is still available. You can watch both day 1 and day 2 of all the content that we released last month. What an incredible schedule we had. We had some great guests, and we had some great feedback. So I'm very happy that we were able to assist people with that. Definitely check those out. You can see those anytime directly here. Watch anytime. Replay them as you go. So that's pretty much it for today. Very short class, knowing how to utilize video in that segment. Very excited about talking about those things. So if you have any other questions, please let us know in the future, and we'll be happy to help you. And yeah, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you all have a great weekend.